Air travel fares in Africa are among the world's most expensive, but Jambo Jet, Kenya's newest airline, has big plans to make flying affordable for the middle class. The Kenya Airways-owned carrier's chief executive said his aim was to win a portion of the millions of overland journeys made each year between Kenya's capital Nairobi and Mombasa, Kisumu, and Eldoret, Jambo Jet's first 3 domestic destinations.
Of course, it's a rough estimate, but we found out that about 15 million to 20 million one-way trips are made by ground transport between Nairobi and Mombasa. About 7 to 10 million between Nairobi and Kisumu, and around 4 to 5 million between Nairobi and Eldoret. That's quite a number. And what I always say, if I only would get a little piece of that, I'm in business.
Jambo Jet's lowest single fare to the Indian Ocean port city of Mombasa will start at $33, only about $9 more than a luxury bus ride, and half the quoted Kenya Airways fare when booked 2 full months in advance. The no-frills airline, which will begin by using 3 Boeing 737s, is scheduled to start flights on April 1st, and aims to carry 600,000 passengers in its first year, and triple that within 4 years. Jambo Jet faced red tape, poor infrastructure, and protectionist policies, but still promised fares low enough to attract bus travelers into the air for the first time. An estimated 2/5 of the 600,000 passengers forecast to fly with Jambo Jet in the first year will not have boarded a plane before. The venture's growth potential is huge.
The middle group is growing quite rapidly. You can also see it on the roads. Everybody has a car nowadays. So that group has grown over the last decade quite considerably, and they can afford to travel. And part of them say, okay, I'm spending my money on the bus because that's the cheapest way to travel, and the gap between the bus and the cheapest airfare is that gap is too big. But if I can make that gap smaller and I'm coming close to what they pay for the bus right now, then they join, then they make that step.
There is still a considerable income gap between the African and European middle class, which makes comparisons to UK-based BMR EasyJet's success story difficult. But successful low-cost carriers already operate in South Africa, and because the size of this yet largely untapped market is sure to increase considerably in the coming decade, the future of African low-cost airlines looks brighter than ever. Simon Bouvier, CCTV.